Hey, this is John with the Source to Sea expedition, and not just House of Swing today. So big news. The book. Some of you guys don't know about this. Jess and I, my wife Jess, and I paddled the Mississippi River in 2005. Spent 73 days, paddled 2,152 miles or thereabouts. And the book on that, we did that in conjunction with the Audubon Society. The book on that will be released if assuming, all the files transferred and everything okay. 7 days? That's scary. Anyway, it's been about 20 years, about time to get the thing out the door. But I want to show you real quick how, just kind of like the mechanics of how does this damn thing get written, and what I use to get my thoughts on paper, and technology of 2005 and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we're gonna start. So the first thing is I carried a little microcassette recorder. Kids, ask your parents about this. They have little tapes, little teeny tiny tapes. Anyway, so with this one, that's me from 20 years ago. So I had probably about 10 of these little teeny tiny tapes. This one's from the beginning trip. This is about 3 ways into it. This is from the very source of it. And I would just walk around camp and talk to myself basically, and just kind of get my thoughts down for the day. Give Jess a little break from me. I did not carry a full-on journal. I'm not very good about writing my notes every day. So the little microcassette thing, circa 2005, that was how I got most of my thoughts down on. The next thing we had is little Ziploc bags of trinkets and tchotchkes and business cards and all kinds of information. We collected, I don't know, hundreds of cards, maps, pamphlets, all that stuff from everywhere, all the way down the river, and we would mail them back to ourselves periodically. So I probably had a Rubbermaid tub half full of just stuff like that, just to kind of jog ideas, just to kind of document things like that. I did put something from the Ohio Department of Transportation about how big barges are compared to trains and tractor trailers in the boat, which that was kind of cool. So anyway, from there, about 2005, 2006, I started typing away, trying to get my thoughts down. 2007, still hammering away. Life gets in the way, and nipped and tucked at it for a while, shoved it for about 10 years or so, and then got back into it. So from there, yonder notebook. This one is a printout of everything I had, which is, I don't know, this is probably a couple 300 pages, markups, the red pen of truth. The red pen of truth spares no one. So I'd mark that up, I'd type it all up. I use Google Docs. By the time I started finally getting into it, when I first started, I used Microsoft Word. And it was just like save documents, USB drives, all that kind of stuff. Actually, before that, I was using a little PDA called a Palm Pilot with a folding keyboard that didn't have internet connection. It was black and white, but man, you could hammer out so much stuff if you're not connected to the internet. Crazy how that works. Anyway, I had to upload it, save it, and get this big honking piece of thing. So we get that. Then we start editing down and throwing out and burning things, and you're cutting their children out. Get to this guy, slightly narrower, lots more things, sticky notes, lots of sticky notes. But eventually it gets down, we put it into Vellum software for the layout, and that helped quite a bit. Big fan of Vellum. So we get to our first draft, our first author copy, proof. So basically, to check, I wanted to see what the layout, I have about 50 photographs in this. So I really need to see like how dark they were, how light they were. It's my first time around with this stuff. Text is pretty straightforward, but the photos I really want to take a look at. So kind of flipping through there again, a few red marks, a few like, hey, let me put the photo here, that kind of stuff. Probably 40 pages of edits. Every time I would do a thing, I would cross it out with a Sharpie marker or something, just like scratch it out. No, I did it. This is actually Jess in Friars Point, Mississippi. You guys are familiar with Robert Johnson as his old tramping ground. We're walking to town on a levee bank there. So got that done, and then got my second author's proof. And you'll notice this one is much less drawn on. This one has like lots of like scratches and drawings and folded. This one's actually pretty clean. Little thing on the back, maybe a half dozen pages dog-eared. So this is pretty damn close. I got this about a week and a half ago, made my changes, and just sent that in. So that's gonna go. It'll be on Amazon as an ebook, as a paperback, and actually as a hardcover too. I have to wait for them to review the files, make sure everything's gonna be cool with that. But like I said, the good Lord willing and the freaks don't rise, we should be releasing that in about 7 days. So it's been a long time coming. I'm really happy with it. I did most of the writing, enjoyed the writing. Jess did almost all the photography, and yeah, so get on the lookout. Source to Sea, 2,000-mile canoe journey down the Mississippi River. Should be released around October 15th or so. Did I say that out loud? I said it out loud. Anyway, thanks a lot. Name's John, and it's my process.